it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. We're focusing in on a very important topic, and that is the topic of gaslighting, the emotional manipulation tool that a narcissist or a psychopathic abuser will use to overwhelm and basically stalk and take over psychologically their quote-unquote supply or prey. Gaslighting is a psychological emotional manipulation where it causes someone to doubt their own reality. It causes someone to doubt their own sense of right or wrong. It gets them to violate their boundaries, basically break them down and abandon themselves, violate their own self-respect, violate their own internal guiding system. In essence, it dismantles it. It renders your own internal guiding system helpless, basically faulty, basically causing almost like the engine to fall out of a car. It's how kind of like the mindset, the gaslighting causes your own psychological hardware to go completely berserk and causes you to feel overwhelmed, distrust of your environment, distrust of yourself, doubting your perceptions, becoming very isolated, becoming very afraid. And it is when it is really at the hands of particularly the psychopathic and the more severe narcissistic abusers who will get to basically alter your sense of reality. It's a very mind-altering experience. It's a very physically altering experience too, where people either experience hypersexualization or extreme weakness, helplessness, or anxiety, depression in their body, like a chronic fatigue, like a chronic sort of adrenal fatigue that occurs in them physiologically, and they can't focus. It becomes a very insidious form of emotional abuse. And really where it's important to understand the why is because if they can render you helpless, if they can dismantle your own internal guiding system, your own sense of right or wrong, if they can violate your boundaries and take you over, they have won. And now you are rendered helpless and you're no longer able to speak up. You're no longer able to confront them for the wrongs that they are committing. So it is a way of protection. It's a way of deceit for an abuser to live a life of deceit, a mask, a persona where they're able to basically alienate others and keep them from being able to confront them. So remember that the narcissistic and the psychopathic abusers are pathological liars. So they say one thing and do another. They present themselves as one way, but they are very truly the opposite. So they present themselves to be the good girl, the good guy, yet these are the people who oftentimes lie, cheat, steal, manipulate, cheat on others. They are the cheaters of the world. So they cheat, they pathologically lie. Most people would not feel comfortable cheating. Most people would not feel comfortable lying to the extent that they would. It is just really they have a serious ability to lie and not be detected. Cover things up, conceal things, hide things, wear a mask, cheat on people behind their back, cheat sexually, cheat financially, cheat in their work, having a way to beat the system, do things behind people's back. You think they're your best friend, next thing you know that they've got a smear campaign going against you. You think they're your greatest ally, next thing you know that they've just robbed you blind or backstabbed you or done something completely violating to you that just is absolutely shocking and stunning. And this is the splitting and really horrific triangulation and gaslighting behavior that they will engage in. But can you see that how if they were able to take you down, you're no longer able to keep them accountable. If you are too weak to hold them accountable, they just get away with murder. They basically just get away with what they want, which is they are the cheaters of society. So they want to find how they can get what they can with basically the least amount of work or accountability. Remember that the psychopath and narcissist, oftentimes they feel like they've done nothing wrong because of their pathological self-importance. They basically, and their lack of empathy is a character personality disorder, antisocial in nature. So if they, they feel because they lack empathy, because they lack a heart, because they lack love, they perceive others as being weak. Oh my God, look at all these weak people who want relationships, who want to be nurtured, who want to be held, who want to be talked to. Ha ha ha. I mean, they laugh, they think it's funny. And so they create a mask to these people where then they're able to give them what they, quote unquote, think that they need. And then next thing they know, that they cheat behind their back. They siphon out their bank account. They take their possessions. I mean, you name it. I mean, you can put your stories here. I encourage you to get your stories out on this channel. We need a forum. I'm in the process of putting a book together. But it's important for you to kind of come out from the abuse. Like they say, I need to come out. I need to stop carrying this around. It's very important because it becomes a really, it creates a lot of health issues and psychological trauma. And trauma is, feeling almost like you're going to have a mental breakdown. So realize the psychopath and the narcissist, they basically feel like they have done nothing wrong. They're like, well, this person, deserves it. I mean, they'll just say anything to get themselves off the hook. This person deserved it. They didn't know better. And they have a tendency, especially the psychopath, to not learn. I mean, they just don't learn from their mistakes. They're going to commit the same thing again and again and again. So their worst fear is being exposed for really the lack of human that they are. And so they cover up their trail with a lot of lies. And so the smear campaign and the triangulation, if they can get all these people on their side, well, they've got all this reinforcement, and then they can just basically get away with it. They don't, they're covering up their irresponsibility. They're covering up their path. So if they can get all these people on their side and playing their games, well, you've just got now a wall of 10 people to get through rather than holding this one person accountable. So it makes you basically not able to win or validate your voice or stand up for yourself. So, and these people are the cheaters of the world. So chances are they're hiding and concealing something that, is very, they'll appear to be, these people who are in relationships, but you find out that they're cheaters. They will make these false allegations and accusations against you, or that you're this horrible person, but yet these are the people who cheat. These are the people who siphon off money. These are the people who steal. And, steal in all sorts of ways. They're not accountable. Especially the psychopath, they will never want to take responsibility. I mean, they don't feel the need. They just lack morality. They lack a conscience. CONSCIENCE. They just don't care. If, most people would have a normal sense of guilt if they would hurt somebody or be apologetic, or like, I didn't mean to make that mistake. They'd apologize. Not the psychopath, not the narcissist. They are not going to be the ones to apologize. And realize they will gaslight you to keep you from being able to hold them accountable. Peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos do help. Please share, please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.